Coco here. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. In this episode, we'll be looking at the series between the newly renamed Plastic 5 versus Arbor eSports. We'll be going through each game and breaking down the bloodbath that commenced within the series. Let's hop into it. Going into Game 1, the drafted team compositions were fairly even. Plastic 5 had created a well-scaling composition that pressured well and had assassination potential. For Arbor, they had invested into one scaling lane with two more strong early picks in the other lanes, and an aggressive but risky jungle. Early on, Plastic 5 find an unusual first blood in the top lane as the over-aggression lands Gen's Cho'Gath in a group of minions, shredding his health bar. This kill grants Thunder Kitty a slight lead to beef up, but will still need Meme's help to solidify a more convincing advantage. Into the mid-game, there has been one lane that has been left to its own devices for the most part, the mid lane. With having time to face off mano a mano, Lucido's comfort pick of Vladimir conquers his lane, allowing two lanes for Plastic 5 to come out on top. Additionally, Meme's strong presence in the jungle and solo lanes grants his team river control. Though the game's clock ticks a bit more than it should due to the extensive aggression from Plastic 5, Lucido's dominant comfort pick in unison with Meme's pressure grants themselves a Baron and inevitably a victory. Game 2 was a different story as Arbor drafted a much stronger composition that had the tools to carry from multiple lanes, but also peel for their late game twitch on Tipti. Plastic 5 decided to go for a composition that relied more on safe play in the bottom side of the map and attention in the mid lane to grab themselves a win. Safe would not be the status of bottom lane as value ganks at level 2, picking up first blood. No good news comes out for Plastic 5 as new convincing leads come out during the laning phase as Tipti's twitch outscales oddness. The composition around him created an impenetrable wall, allowing him to become a massive carry as the marksman. Gen's Jarvan is able to do work in the top lane, but delays the game by being too greedy for kills as him and Value continuously get caught overstepping their leads. In the end, the Protect ADC composition allows Arbor to pick up a win in Game 2.
As Tippity is going to be able to pick up that kill, and that is going to be the Nexus going down.
After the slap on the wrist in the previous matchup, Plastic 5 built a formidable team in Game 3 with utility complementing both the front and back lines. For Arbor, another good composition is made with hyperscaling laners, a strong diving top laner, but decide to go with Nidalee in the jungle. This pick doesn't complement the team too well as it makes their composition a little bit awkward to execute in some skirmishing and invests in a high risk, high reward early game. First blood goes on to Plastic 5's jungle as Value looks for scrappy fights this time around, instead of focusing his resources onto Tipti in the bottom lane. Meme stays on point as he consistently finds strong counter ganks, diminishing the overall worth of Arbor's jungler, as he dictates the flow of the game, granting his team strong objective control and shutting down the win conditions of Arbor. In company with a strong performance out of Lucido in the mid lane, Plastic 5 rides the massive wave that their jungler provides as they take Game 3 and the series. As this series unfolded, the strengths and weaknesses of Arbor and Plastic 5 became more visible. For P5, their stable top laner in Thunder Kitty allowed safe scaling for their frontline as it granted time for the playstyle of really big Meme to oppress other lanes and the enemy jungler. The pocket picks of Lucido can catch opponents off guard, and the team fighting capabilities of the compositions they make allow them to have strong late game performances. However, relying too much on Meme's playmaking can cause their laners to be inactive and can't always create leads by themselves. Lucido's pool, though unique, can also cause issues in different metas as he isn't effective on a lot of current mid lane power picks. Also, the bot lane of Oddness and Seeker can tend to zone out in the mid game and can sometimes be caught out in awkward situations. Arbor eSport have a powerful bot lane, especially in Tipti, who plays the current style of AD carries exceptionally well. An aggressive top laner allows their team to always have a way to scatter and divert the backline of their opponents, and their versatile mid laner can always mix well with any composition they create. Not to mention, some strong performances in skirmishing can assert early game leads more. Unfortunately, Arbor needs to realize their strengths a bit more, as value in the jungle is still fresh and needs time to mesh and realize where he needs to be in certain situations. Their compositions, though aggressive, can be risky, and without their support, their vision control can be subpar at best. The MVP of this series was Really Big Meme, who pulled off some really big plays that helped grant his team the leads that they needed to be able to take this series. Thanks for watching this week's Dragon's Den. Be sure to look out for more videos and subscribe for more League of Legends and esports content.